Welcome to the Ad Nauseam podcast, where classical gourmands everywhere can finally get their fill. Join us for a delectable discussion of Greco-Roman civilization stretching from the Minoans and Mycenaeans through the Renaissance and right down to the present. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are your hosts, Dr. David Noe and Dr. Jeff Winkle.
Welcome, Ad Nauseam listeners, to episode 209. Jeff, what was that?
What was that?
It was self-serving audience applause.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Just kind of pat ourselves on the back?
It was pre-recorded.
Yes.
It was not the actual persons at MJCL in Michigan State.
No.
Who actually listened to the program. Just something we tacked on there.
Yes, exactly right.
Is that a new low for us?
The self-serving applause?
Correct.
Probably, but I think we can go lower.
Let's hope there's more episodes.
Yeah. So, Dave, we just came back.
Yes.
From this wonderful experience at the MJCL.
MJCL, right?
Yes, the Michigan Junior Classical League.
Correct.
Where we did a live show in front of a mostly live audience.
Yes.
Fully live audience.
A bunch of 6th through 12th graders, middle school and high school students from all over the mitten.
Yep, all over the mitten, and we did a live show in front of them. We had some great audience participation. We had student questions. It was a lot of fun.
It was great fun.
It was really fun.
We were the keynote speakers, you might say.
It was crazy.
What a great privilege.
And I admit, going in, I was skeptical.
I remember you were a little bit of a nervous Nelly,
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
I was. 208 episodes.
That's right.
It's just been us in the bunker. I've gotten used to it. It's comfortable.
Yeah,
right?
we've had a couple of guests in.
That's true.
But never in front of, a bunch of adolescents with a lot of classical knowledge and more than a little bit of sarcasm in the pocket.
Staring us down.
That's right.
Yeah. But I thought it went off really well, and I am eager to share this with our larger audience.
That's right. So we're going to get to it in just a moment, but a little bit of housekeeping. We have another Aristotle set to give away.
Yes.
This is the C.D.C. Reeve and Pavlos Kontos from Hackett, Smith-Sewn. It's a lovely, the complete works of Aristotle, the first new translation in quite some time. Jeff, how can they sign up for this drawing?
Well, they've got to email you, right? And I believe the password is it Kontos?
They need to put Kontos in the subject line. That's Kontos. And here's a little inside baseball.
Yeah.
Someone, I won't mention the person, sent me an email to enter into the drawing, and they misspelled Kontos.
Uh-oh.
Misspelled it, but I signed them up anyway.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah, that's just how I am, big softy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So if they write to Dave at oddnauseam.com, don't forget that V, type in Kontos, and they will be in the running for this wonderful set.
That's correct.
Yep.
The only difference between this one and the previous one that we gave away is...
no, a tote bag.
No slip case.
Okay, sorry.
No slip case. But just get yourself one of those 2-gallon Ziplocs.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll work. Pillowcase.
Same thing.
Something like that should be no problem. One other little item of bookkeeping here, and that is, do you know what academia.edu or academia.edu is?
Yeah, I have a profile on there.
You do?
I do.
Do you pay for it?
I don't. I have the free version. I have a couple of my articles
Okay.
there. Yeah, that's it.
Do you receive emails from time to time?
All the time.
Yes, I do
it's
too.
like on their junk mail list, yeah.
I am also. And one that comes in is quite unusual and surprising here, and I wanted to share it with the audience.
Please.
Just for perhaps some amusement purposes.
Yeah.
Apparently, there is an individual named David C. Noe who is out there in Colorado, and this guy is maybe the most prolific and, accomplished geologist in all of America.
Wow.
So routinely, I get emails for this guy from academia.edu. Are you the David Noe who wrote?
Yes.
I get one of these every couple weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
And they're all these really unusual geological papers. Here's an example. I just received this just a few days ago. Are you the David Noe who wrote Heaving Bedrock Hazards, Mitigation and Land Use Policy, Front Range, Piedmont, Colorado? I've never written any articles on heaving bedrock hazards.
Yes, but are you ready to say, yes, I am that man?
I've avoided a few potholes. Does that count? I mean, it's close, isn't it?
That's funny.
Yeah, this guy is so prolific. It puts me to shame.
Wow.
I mean, he's done more in geology than I could ever hope to do in classics, and we share the same name, but I'm just not that productive.
That is funny. You know, as you bring this up, we've never talked about this, but the exact same thing happened to me on academia.edu, except it keeps coming back for one article.
Okay.
It says, are you the Jeffrey T. Winkle who has wrote, and it's something about the manufacture of paper towels?
Really? And so my question is, did you write it?
I did not write it,
Oh.
but this kind of pops up from time to time, and it's not. I mean, this person is not prolific.
Yeah.
They wrote this one article about paper towels.
That's a relief.
But there is another Jeffrey T. Winkle out
Yeah.
there that is publishing.
So these are our doppelgangers.
Yes.
We should get them together to do some kind of a geology and paper towel podcast.
We've got paper and rock. We just need someone writing an article about scissors, right?
You're anticipating the episode. We probably shouldn't wait any longer,
No.
but unleash it on the people. Here it goes. Welcome, Ad Nauseam listeners. Welcome, audience at home. Welcome, live audience. This is an Ad Nauseam first. Jeff, we are taking a big risk today, are we not?
Huge, yes.
But for classics, we'll do it.
It does, yeah. It felt kind of like maybe a bad idea, maybe 10 minutes ago, but I'm feeling better about it now.
Turning into a worse idea all the time.
Yes.
What if we end up looking stupid? That's a really important question.
We both have beards. I think we'll be okay.
In this beard you will conquer,
Yes.
I heard recently.
That's right.
Something like that.
That's right.
So maybe we can hear from our studio audience. If you could make a little noise, raise your voices. Background noise, Jeff. Where are we and what are we doing today?
We are at the, what's this, the
MJC.
MJCL.
It
yes.
stands for the Michigan Jousting Corps for Losers, I believe.
No, it was maybe just Cyclops LARPing.
Cyclops LARPing?
Yeah, exactly, right.
How about magistri in cordibus latent?
That sounds like, is that Greek?
No, it's Latin.
Okay, what do we got there?
Yeah,
What's that?
teachers are lurking in our hearts.
Oh, I like that better.
Because we love them.
Yeah. Now, Dave, this is the
What?
Michigan Junior Classical League.
Michigan
right?
Junior Classical League.
And we are here on the campus of Michigan State.
Michigan State University. The Wolverines, is that right?
No. The Spartans.
The Spartans.
Yep.
So who are these young fellas in the front of us here on a Meleager and the Caledonian Boar hunting
They're
trip?
almost this bright orange. It's
Yeah.
like, I feel a little threatened.
Did you feel
I
threatened?
hunted. Yes, exactly.
No, I'm quite comfortable with it, and these guys are out here representing. So, audience, we are at Michigan State, Lansing. This is a Saturday morning in the frigid January, and we're broadcasting live for the first time in the Ad Nauseam history.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff, what are we doing this morning?
We are talking. Well, we're gonna break down the major theme of this particular conference.
Yes,
right?
which is Concordia.
Concordia Parvae Crescus.
Yes, which is with harmony and agreement, little things get big.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah. So, and I believe you have an example from antiquity that illustrates this, right?
Yes, I do, but I first wanted to ask you about
Yeah.
the beef that you have with Michigan State.
Oh, we're going to talk about this now?
Well, I think you have a beef, don't you?
Okay, well, both of us have...
Would the kids know what that means?
I don't know.
To have a beef?
We try to keep up with the kids, but
Okay.
it's hopeless, right? So, no, both of us have Big Ten backgrounds.
That's
right?
correct. I'm a University of Iowa Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, and I'm a Northwestern Wildcat.
Wildcat, who is someone that caps oil wells, I think?
Exactly, right.
Okay.
No, it's just a slightly... a slightly wild feline. That's
Okay, all right.
But yes, I do have a slight problem with
Okay.
with the mascot.
All right.
Right.
Lay it on the audience. Tell them, what is your problem
My
with
problem
the Michigan State mascot?
Well, you guys know who Sparty is? You see Sparty? I'm seeing some nods here and some whoops, right? My problem is that Sparty, as he appears as the big guy on the side
Yes.
of the football, he looks like he's dressed like a Roman.
Yeah. So this is a deep nerd cut, right?
Deep nerd.
For
exactly
Dr.
right.
Winkle.
Exactly right. So I don't want anybody on campus here, any Spartans, to be offended, but
Right.
I just have a slight problem.
So in other
with
words,
Sparty.
you're saying if the mascot of Michigan State is the Spartans,
Yeah.
then
He should
they
probably be a Spartan.
he should be dressed as a Spartan,
Yes.
which is no dress at all most of the time, right?
Exactly. So maybe that was the problem. Maybe
Okay,
that's
so
what we had.
they put him in Roman garb
Yes, they did. Right.
to keep it family
Just
friendly.
a small little issue.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
So back to the theme, Concordia Paduae Crescunt.
Mm-hmm.
And we have an example from Aesop, right? And that's going to be cycling up here at some point.
I think our cycle is stuck there. So
All right.
Let's just freestyle it here, Dave.
So from the Aesop for children, my sons, said the father, do you not see how certain it is that if you agree with each other and help each other, it will be impossible for your enemies to injure you. But if you are divided among yourselves, you will be no stronger than a single stick in that bundle.
All right, so this illustrates if
Yeah.
you put a bunch of small things together,
Right.
in harmony, working together.
Tie them up with
them
some electrician's tape or some duct tape or
Yes,
something like
twine,
that.
exactly, and then it's much more difficult to do. One on their own, easily snappable, but together they are strong.
But if you twine and dine them, put them together,
you're good.
You can't break.
Yes, exactly right.
All right.
So that's an example that illustrates the theme of this conference. That small things together, they grow through harmony.
Like a small, devoted cadre of Latin enthusiasts, even in a very small school on the outskirts of Grand Rapids, Michigan, maybe down on 52nd Street.
Exactly.
With your Landonses and your Tommy ZZs and your Isaacs, when they get together, then they become really strong.
Yes, as if they were all gathered together in a kind of a lecture hall, sitting next to each other in a place like this.
Okay,
yes, exactly.
That's excellent.
Right.
But today's episode, in the 2 to 3 hours that we've been given, so buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be an antitype.
Yes.
An antitype of this theme that concordia parve crescunt, right?
Right. So we're going to illustrate the theme by giving a cautionary tale which illustrates the opposite.
And who is the great Roman poet born in 43 BC and dying in 18 AD who is doing most of the work for us this morning?
I believe his name was Kevin.
No. Cavinius?
Cavinius, otherwise known as Ovid.
Publius Ovidius Naso.
Yeah.
The Nose, as he was called.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
So we're going to get started, and the story is one that's going to be dear to all of our listeners, I think, because it is once again returning to the Cyclops.
Yes, I think a lot of people have the Cyclops in their top 5.
I would say so.
If you had to pick your top 5 Greek
monsters or stories,
composite beasts. I think most people would have the Cyclops in their top 3 or 5.
Yeah, I'm very fond of Scylla. You remember Scylla?
Oh yeah,
woman from the waist up, pack of dogs from the waist down.
You like that, dude?
I do.
Okay,
because it's biologically impossible.
Right.
I did pretty well in biology, but pack of dogs from the waist down.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
It's messy.
I mean, compared to that, the Cyclops is a little less.
He's uncomplicated.
He's uncomplicated. He's got the big eye,
right?
But mostly humanoid.
But as we'll see today, he runs into some trouble because they have something called a love triangle.
That's right. An
Ovidian love triangle. But before we get into the heart of the story, we would like to invite our live studio audience to come down to the mic. So if you're interested, come down to the mic and tell us in brief everything. Well, you can't be brief if it's everything that you know about the Cyclops. So our lovely assistant here, Mrs. Noe, is going to help you with the microphone. So come on down, and if you give a really good kind of preview, you get one of these awesome stickers which says "Quae nocent docent," which afterward you'll have to buy for a hefty price. But if you come down to the mic now and share with us, what do you know about the Cyclops?
Yeah, or even what do you like about the Cyclops? What's your favorite thing about the Cyclops?
What don't you like? Why would you want to be on public transportation with him? Has he ever stolen your lunch? Anything like that?
So this is no time for shyness. Come on down.
That's right. Come on.
All right, we got it.
All right. So all we need is your first name, Poindexter, and what school you're from. And then tell us what you know about the Cyclops.
Okay, so I'm Theo. I'm from DCDS, Detroit Country Day. And they have a big eye and they're big,
All right. Theo, thank you, Theo.
I don't know,
So we've established the first point. He's got a big eye.
A big eye.
Big eye. Next.
My name's Hunter. I'm from DCDS Middle. And I know that the Cyclops has one eye.
Excellent. Yeah, Hunter. Thank you, Hunter. See, that's an important point, Jeff, because when the first individual, Theo, if memory serves, said he has a big eye.
He's a big eye, yeah.
He nailed it.
He did.
Right?
Yeah.
But then the second guy.
He underlined it.
He underlined it and said it's not just a big eye, but it's one eye.
It's not just one big eye with just one weird smaller eye next to it.
Correct.
Right, just one single big eye.
And next up we have.
What do we got?
My name is Michael. I am also from DCDS Middle. And the Cyclops can be big or small, but mostly big.
That is correct. Excellent, right?
Is that the end of Michael's answer?
I think it is.
Okay, Michael, thank you.
Yeah, I suppose the Cyclops children would start out small.
The
most famously for being extra large.
Right, because in harmony, like the harmony inside the Cyclops cave,
it grows.
Little things grow.
That's right.
Okay, next we have.
What do we got?
My name is Bo. I'm from DCDS Middle School. I think.
Did you say your name was Bo?
Yes.
Bo, thank you.
So I think one of them lost its eye, lost its
his
big
eye.
single eye.
Lost his big single. That's a very good point.
Excellent, right.
And how did he lose it? Did he misplace it? Like, I can't find my phone? Or what happened?
Maybe one of our next speakers can tell us. Good.
Theo, Hunter, Michael, Bo, and...
I'm William.
I mean, you're going to have your moment in the sun, but we need some ladies down here, too.
We got some.
Oh, okay. Because there were female Cyclopses. Go ahead.
I'm William from UD Jesuit High School. I know about the Cyclops that his eye was taken out by Odysseus during his journeys to get back to Ithaca.
Excellent.
And he also cursed Odysseus after he put his eye out and escaped from him during his travels after he got
Wow.
Excellent. Yes.
I think we found a co-host.
Yes, we did.
Let's sign this guy up. That was very good.
Yes. Arguably the most famous episode featuring the Cyclops was Odysseus and his men. They trapped in the cave.
That's right.
They blind him. And then, yes, the important part about the curse.
Right.
Which basically Odysseus wanders for so many years and all of his other men die.
Right.
Yep.
So this was Odyssey Book 9. There was lots of fist shaking.
Lots of fish shaking.
Rock chucking.
Lots of cheese making.
Lots of cheese making.
Yes.
And some sheep clutching.
Yeah, lots of sheep
underneath.
Clutching. That's right.
Okay, next up. Can we put one of the ladies to the front of the line, please? Sorry, fella. Yeah, see, look what a gentleman. Come up to the front now.
I'm Mariah from Trinitas.
Mariah.
And the Cyclops are Poseidon's children.
Good.
And he became very angry because when he lost his eye, he was in a rage because they didn't just kill him and had to put him in suffering for the rest of his life.
Wow.
Yes, right.
Excellent answer, Mariah.
Yes, excellent, right.
He was in a rage because wasn't just killed,
Yep.
but had to suffer for the rest of his life.
Right.
All the tissues and the Visine, all the stuff he had to do.
Well, now useless.
Correct.
Exactly right.
All right.
And the fact that Cyclops is a child of Poseidon. And
Yes.
so many of these crazy monsters from Greek myth stem from the line of that particular god.
That's right.
Yep, very good.
Excellent.
Next.
My name's Colin from Brother Rice.
Colin.
I know about the Cyclops from Percy Jackson.
Okay.
And he lives on an island with an abandoned amusement park. And he wants to eat Odysseus and his friends. And also I have a question. Does a Cyclops wink or does it blink?
Nice.
Did you hear the question there?
I did hear the question.
That's a tough one.
Like all questions I don't like, I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah. But thank you, Colin.
Thank you, Colin. Exactly. Percy Jackson making
Hi, my name is Luke Cologne. I'm from University of Detroit Jesuit, and I know that Cyclops lives in caves from Odysseus.
Yeah, they live in caves.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Exactly.
We're going to have just two more because I don't want to give away any more stickers. I need gas money for the trip home.
I'm Isaac. I'm from Trinitas High School. And what I know about the Cyclops is that they're big. So, like, they're bigger than humans, right?
Yeah. Bigger than humans.
They eat humans, right?
Yeah,
So
thank you, Isaac.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah.
You know, Isaac and I go way back.
How far back?
Well, this semester. Yeah, because he's at Trinitas. Sharp guy. I like him a lot.
Excellent. Okay. Our last question.
I'm Evelyn. I'm from Mercy High School, and I know the Cyclops in the Odyssey, he used to be in love with a nymph, and to make sure from Odysseus getting out, he would count his sheep by like touching them. So his crew would have to strap themselves underneath the sheep to make it out.
Nice.
Very good. Yes.
Excellent. Very good. Was that Velcro that they used to cling to the underside there?
Wood glue.
Wood glue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pre-Velcro.
Let's hear it for our volunteers who came up.
Now, our last volunteer did.
Yes, she really hit it on the head.
She did in a great jumping up when she mentioned that the Cyclops also famously falls in love with this nymph.
Yes,
right.
Named Galatea.
That's right.
It's almost like we prompted her to come up last because it's the perfect segue, right?
Yes, it is.
One of those little scooters into the next part of the program.
That's right.
So, Jeff, what is a love triangle, and is this age appropriate?
Well, we're going to find out.
All right.
So, well, I mean, a love triangle. I think everybody knows what that. You have one person who's in love with another person, and that person is in love with another person.
Okay.
And it gets really kind of complicated and awful.
Is this related to a hatred circle?
I think it's in the same family, yes, or maybe a rhombus of indifference.
How about an octagon of apathy?
I've been trapped in those. Those are
Have
awful.
you?
Yes, exactly. A nonagon of ennui.
So my favorite would be the nonagon.
Yes.
Right, which has how many sides?
That's 9.
And not easy to draw.
No.
And ennui, that's like a German word?
That's like a French boredom.
Okay, so it describes the feelings that a live audience might have during a wandering podcast.
Exactly right.
They'd be trapped in a nonagon of ennui.
That's right. Exactly.
Okay, but that's not what we're talking about.
No, we're talking about a love triangle.
A love triangle.
That's right.
Okay.
Right. Yep. Now, I think our audience is maybe too young to experience.
I hope so.
Okay. All right. So we don't want to No more questions.
No more questions on that. No,
right, okay.
Closed mic here.
All right. So,
but it's when you really like someone. He's your crush or she's your crush. I think that's what the kids say.
Yeah.
But there's someone else in the picture.
Yeah, exactly.
A third wheel.
Yeah.
And it never works out right.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, exactly right. So that's exactly what we have here. In Ovid, we are in his most famous collection of poems, the Metamorphoses.
That's right.
I believe we are in book 13.
We are in book 13.
And it describes this love triangle between the Cyclops, the nymph, which our young lady mentioned, and a young shepherd named Acis.
Yeah, a gym bro, if I'm not mistaken.
Very much a gym bro.
Yeah, that would be Acis. So these are the members of the love triangle. Galatea, the lovely young nymph, who is a divinity or a goddess of the water?
Yes.
Okay, not a dryad in the trees, but of the water. Then Polyphemus, the lovelorn shepherd.
Yep.
And he plays some kind of an instrument in order to woo the ladies?
Is that the panpipes?
Does that work?
It never worked for me.
No?
No, exactly. No.
Well, gentlemen in the audience, you might like to hear this. In addition to stickers, I'm selling panpipes in the back afterward. If there's a young lady in your high school you'd like to woo, pick yourself up a panpipe. Pretty easy to play.
Right.
Comes with a, kind of a booklet of favorite tunes.
You might want to pay attention to this story first before you go.
That's a good point.
Pan piping.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
And then the third individual is Acis. And Acis is the person who is transformed. So he doesn't go from small to great. He goes from pretty good to ruined.
To flattened.
Exactly, at the end of the story.
Yeah.
So we should get right into it, Jeff, should we not?
And let's start, Dave. My wonderful friend and co-host, who many things I admire about Dave is his ability to read dactylic hexameter, both Greek and Latin here. And would you get us started with the opening lines of this passage?
I would love to, Jeff. Thank you for the very friendly introduction. I'd like to also wonder if we can get one of our MJCL volunteers to maybe help us advance the slide over here in the slideshow and the PowerPoint. I'm not sure. It's kind of stuck on Granger from book 9 there.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's frightening. Okay, Ovid, book 13. We're starting out at line 870. Everyone ready? Here we go. Talia nequi quam Christus nam cuncta videbam, surgeret ut taurdrus vaca for the bundus adempta. Stardra nequitsil vaquet notis saltibus erdrat, cum feris ignardros nequi quam tale tementes, me videdat quacin videoque exclamat etista. Ultima sit faciam venerdris concordia, there's the word, concordia vestrae. Tantaque vox, quantam Cyclops irdratus aberdre, debuit ilafuit clamordre per hordruit aitne.
How about that, everybody? Come on. Fantastic.
Yeah, you're very kind.
Get the rolling R's and everything.
Thank you. They're looking for stickers, I think. Jeff, what does that mean? Can you share with us a little bit of that translation?
Well, yes, absolutely. I can actually right after the lines that are just at the last couple lines that you stopped with.
Yes.
Right. So the Cyclops is trying to woo Galatea. And let me jump in with Stanley Lombardo's translation here.
Stanley who?
Stanley Lombardo, one of the great translators of our time.
Did we do a podcast that he was featured on?
We did. We interviewed him. Yeah, he talked a lot about translation and also kind of playing the bongos as well.
So he translates a lot of different things, doesn't he?
He does. Yep.
Okay.
So here we go. So story time. Listen up. He went on with this drivel, and then rose like a bull that is furious. I saw all of this.
And Jeff, if I may, who's the he?
This is the Cyclops.
The Polyphemus.
Polyphemus, yes.
While he's wooing Galatea.
Right.
All right, sorry.
Because his cow had been taken away. Restless, he wandered the woods and pastures, until, to my utter surprise, the big brute caught sight of me with Acis. And so this is told from the point of view of Galatea.
So Galatea is describing how she and Acis are trying to have a lovely romantic time in the woods.
That's right.
And Polyphemus comes hulking, bruting along.
Yep, exactly. So, and he sees them. I see you, he said, and I'll fix it. So this is the last time you embrace.
Is that your Polyphemus voice?
I'd do better, couldn't I?
Well, I don't know. Is that what a guy with one eye would say?
I see you.
Oh, that's awful.
His voice was as loud and as awful as only a Cyclops voice can be. Etna trembled at the sound. Now, Dave, Etna, what do we talk about?
Yeah, so at Etna, I think the audience would know this because they're an educated lot as I look out at them, engaging in some empty flattery to try to boost our numbers.
That's right.
Etna is a mountain, and it is on the island of...
Somebody tell me. Sicily.
Sicily.
Excellent.
Yeah,
All
on
right.
the sticker for you. Etna is on the island of Sicily, and this is an active volcano, and I believe it is underneath Mount Etna that the Cyclopes live.
Right.
That's where they do their 9 to 5, right?
They assist Vulcan and Hephaestus.
Making thunderbolts
That's
for
right.
Zeus.
That's right.
It's grueling labor. But
Exactly.
Etna trembled, right?
At the sun. Now, we should also mention, very fitting, Sicily, shaped in what geometric form, Dave?
It's shaped like a Dorito, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly right. It is the Mediterranean Dorito. It is a triangle.
It is.
Right, so underlining.
Well, geographically speaking, this could be a long digression. Geographically speaking, students often like to compare Sicily to a soccer ball.
They
right?
do? Oh, right. of
Italy
course.
is the boot, and Sicily is the soccer ball, but I think that's all wrong.
Okay.
It's clearly a triangle. It's more like a Dorito.
It is more like a Dorito.
It's perched there right in the middle of the Mediterranean.
Right, so it's like you reach into the bag, you're expecting Cool Ranch.
Right.
But instead you get some other kind of horrible flavor.
Somewhere here I have a list of horrible flavored Doritos.
Yeah, do you have that?
I did my research. Here we go.
Yeah.
Apparently in other countries, you can find Dorito flavors like gingerbread Doritos in the UK.
Okay.
You can eat yogurt and mint Doritos. Should we ask the audience how many of them have had a yogurt and mint Dorito?
Nobody's going to admit to that.
No. Clam chowder Doritos.
Oh, goodness, no.
Coconut curry.
All right.
Other distinct options include garlic shrimp Doritos served in Taiwan, late night oven roasted galbi chicken.
Wait, you can only eat them like after 10 o'clock?
That's correct.
Okay.
And wasabi Doritos. Those don't sound too bad.
Yes, but back to the point.
What are we talking
It's as
about
if you're,
here?
like, you're reaching into the bag, you're expecting Cool Ranch,
Right.
and you get the jumbo shrimp wasabi
That's correct.
option, and so you want to kick it out the door.
You want to kick it out the door.
Exactly.
And that's Sicily.
Yeah.
To back up, where Mount Etna is.
Yes.
Where the Cyclopes live.
Yes.
And
It's all shaped like a love triangle.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Etna trembles at the terrible voice of the Cyclops when he comes upon Acis the Jimbro and Galatea the Hottie.
That's right. Yep, exactly. Right. So let me shall I pick it up here. So
please.
As for me, that is Galatea, I panicked and dove into the sea. So she's out of there.
So wait, that doesn't seem right.
Well, maybe she wasn't all that serious about this guy.
Acis is immortal. He has no special powers.
Right.
But Galatea, she's a nymph. Couldn't she do something to rescue him?
I suppose, but maybe she's got other options.
All right.
So my hero, Semithus' son, had already turned his back and started to run, crying, Galatea, help me! Mother and father, I am about to die. Take me into your world.
What? All right.
So he's turning tail and running.
Okay.
But Cyclops stayed on him and hurled a rock he had wrenched from the mountain.
Now this seems like a sequel.
What to?
Well, to what happens in Odyssey Book 9.
So he's not
Well,
blind yet.
this
though,
has
right?
got to be a prequel.
Prequel, right.
Yeah, maybe someone else can sort it out afterward, but it's got to be a prequel because at this point he has the eye so that he can see, but not stereoscopically, Galatea's beauty.
He can, right.
And it's later that he loses his eye.
Yes.
So this is the first instance of rock chucking.
Rock chucking that we know of.
That we know.
I take this to mean that he's had some experience in rock chucking. You don't just go up and grab the top of a mountain.
Not the first time.
No way. No,
you start tossing little pebbles, things like that.
Right. And of course the problem is one eye, no depth perception.
That's right.
So the one thing he can do is chuck rocks. He's terrible at it.
So a lot of force, but no accuracy.
Right.
Okay.
Well, let's see how bad he is.
All right.
Right. So, although the rock's very tip was all that hit Acis, so he grazes him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It was enough to bury the boy completely.
Wow.
Right. So the fastball, the slider is off the plate, but it still nicks him. I did the only thing fate allowed me to do. Caused Acis to assume his ancestral powers. Okay, so she doesn't even go and see if he's okay.
So Galatea is in the water.
Right. Watching all of this.
Watching, her head's bobbing up and down.
Yes.
She can probably, as a nymph, she probably doesn't have to put any effort into floating.
No, exactly. So she comes with that power. Yeah, exactly.
So she's going to do something to help Acis.
That's right. Yeah. Well, the only thing she says, her fate allowed her to do.
Wait, is this a good place to tell the audience about your hot girl walk?
Let's leave that. Let's leave that off mic, please.
Okay.
Right. So crimson blood seeped out from the massive rock. Okay, so he's been flattened, and now it's oozing.
By a rock.
And now it's oozing. And in a little while, the color began to fade, looking at first like a rain-swollen river, and then slowly running clear.
So this is getting really grim, Jeff.
It's very gross.
If I can follow it.
Yep.
Polyphemus chucked a rock at Acis, his love rival in this triangle.
Yeah.
and the rock squished him, or Galatea watches like she's watching some horror movie.
Yes.
And the blood starts to run out of Acis.
Run out and then run clear.
Ooh.
Right? Now here comes the metamorphosis.
Okay. And that means the
change.
The dramatic change.
Dramatic change, right?
All right.
Then the rock split open. A tall green reed grew from the crack, and leaping waters resounded in a cavity that formed in the stone. And then, more wonderful still, a youth stood waist deep in the water, his new horns wreathed with rushes.
If I could ask you to just monologue for a minute, I can cycle through the videos here and show our audience what this looks like.
Sure, absolutely. All right, so here we get the transformation of Acis. So a youth stood waist deep in the water, his new horns wreathed with rushes, and though he was bigger and his face was deep blue, it could have been Acis. And in fact, it was Acis, changed to a river god, and his waters retained his name of old. All right, so Acis, he comes back, and now he's bigger, he's got horns, and now he's apparently a water deity himself. Okay.
So previously he was cooking.
He was cooking.
Because of his successful love interest, Galatea, but now he's cooked?
No, well, then he was selling.
He was selling?
Yes,
Is that what they say?
Exactly. Now he has aura.
He's got...
Exactly.
Maybe I should reference the hot girl walk thing, because that might sound really inappropriate to the home audience.
Yeah.
So you were in the classroom once?
Yes.
And one of your students asked you about your shoes?
Well, yes. Okay, this is one of my more bizarre classroom moments, and this was last semester, and this was at like two weeks into a mythology class.
You got a big collection of these, too.
I do, right. And this young woman spoke up and said, "Professor Winkle," and I said, "Yes." She says, "When you go on your hot girl walks, what kind of shoes do you wear?" And I still don't have an answer for that, and I'm still yet to go on an actual hot girl walk.
Yeah, well, don't,
okay,
please.
Right.
Similar to when the student said that the color of your eyes was similar to...
Yes, this was another one. So I had a student wait around, and I had my students waiting were like 7 deep. And so about 20 minutes passes by, and this last kid in line comes up, and I said, "Yes, Marcus, what can I help you with?" He says, "I just wanted to tell you that your eyes are the same color as my girlfriend's." And he walked out the door. He waited 20 minutes to tell me that. I don't even know what that means. Right?
That's a great story. But my purpose in catalyzing you,
yes,
to tell these stories is to get the audience interested in being a classics teacher. Because this is the glamorous, fabulous life we live.
That is right, exactly.
You get asked all kinds of strange questions.
It is never dull.
And speaking of strange questions,
yes,
we are almost up to that point in the show as we're nearing the end, rounding the 4th hour, when we invite students to come up to the mic and ask us about Ovid, about the Cyclops and Galatea, or any other kind of classics-related question, or even try to stump us.
That's good. Yeah.
We're almost there, but first, I think we have to talk a little bit about, is there a literary lesson in the story of the love triangle? Is there a moral lesson? How do we discern these things?
Well, this is tough. Do you? Let me ask you, Dave. Do you take this to be a happy ending?
You're turning it back on me.
Yeah. So Acis is transformed into the river god. Is the idea is that through Galatea's help, through this metamorphosis, that Acis kind of becomes what he was always supposed to be, or is this a kind of a consolation prize?
I'm going to say that it is a happy ending.
Okay.
Because divinity is better than humanity. Immortality is better than mortality.
Okay.
I think everyone would agree with that thus far.
Yeah.
Acis becomes immortal. He takes on his divine form by being transformed into a river. Before he was just a lovelorn, love-lost gym bro trying to, court this young woman Galatea, who was really out of his league, right, above his pay grade. Now,
no, I hear you. Yeah,
okay, now he gets to be a river god.
Right. Well,
you want to take a counterpoint?
Yeah, I do. I think that the story is not so much a happy end, because I think you say that immortality is better than mortality.
That's right.
And there's so much in Greek mythology that seems to underline the fact that immortality is a kind of curse in and of itself. The idea that these gods' very human-like existence goes on forever, renders it meaningless, and so this is why so many of these gods invest themselves in these in heroes.
I see.
So because through the proxy of their mortality,
like Hercules,
like Odysseus, like Achilles, and the like. And I think it also kind of underlines that humans and gods just don't belong. The other stories like Daphne and Apollo.
Oh yeah,
right?
A transformation at the very beginning of Ovid's Metamorphoses, back in book 1.
Right, and so many things that's kind of an inherent incompatibility, the divine and human. So the only way that Galatea and Acis could be together is for him to kind of shed his mortality.
I see.
Now, of course, in this, we're talking about...
But there's Polyphemus. Where does he fit?
He doesn't fit. That's the problem. I think that this story to me is also about how love is two-edged, right?
Yes.
It cuts both ways.
It does.
And the Cyclops is, I think he's shooting out of his league. Right. And it all comes kind of crashing down on him.
So he should have kind of stayed in his lane.
He should have stayed in his lane.
It is okay to fall in love.
Right.
But fall in love with another one-eyed individual like yourself.
Right.
Don't reach too far above.
Exactly. There's only so much...
There's got to be a Cyclops lady.
Yeah, exactly right. And there's only so much in your status that you can level up by panpiping.
Right.
Maybe you can level up from maybe to a 2 to a 3.
Okay.
But that's...
These numbers that you're referring to,
right.
These are how young people rate their respective attractiveness, is that right?
That's how I understand it. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
And Polyphemus is like a -4.
It's bad, right? So
Galatea is a 9.
She's a 9, and through some panpiping, he can maybe raise it up to maybe
a 2.
A 2.
But he's reaching way too high. And his only means of self-improvement other than panpiping is rock chucking.
Right, exactly, right. And I think also in terms of like mortality and immortality, he kind of sits in between that. You know, he's not human enough to be human, but he's not godlike enough to be
divine. He's not like Apollo.
Right, exactly.
He can't do anything really useful.
Right.
Like inspire architecture, play the lyre, found cities, direct the course of war.
Right.
He's just kind of stuck there.
He is stuck there.
Would you say, Jeff, this is the time to trot out your favorite word?
He's liminal.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can you explain that to our audience? What does it mean to say?
Liminality is the ultimate in-betweenness.
Yeah.
So if you're familiar, like I've heard someone in my class describe me, if you're familiar like on the internet, like the back rooms, like the places of shadow.
I stay out of those places. What are you talking about?
I do too, but they're liminal and they're creepy and they're unsettling because they are unbounded.
So like an elevator.
An elevator is very liminal.
You're not on floor 1. You're not on floor 5. Where are you?
Right, exactly.
You're stuck in between.
A basement, a crossroads,
an airport.
An airport, a terminal is extremely liminal.
Snack time.
Yes, exactly.
It's not breakfast.
It's not lunch.
It's not lunch. What are you going to eat?
Right, exactly.
So these are liminal spots.
So Doritos are inherently liminal.
I suppose, because it's not a full tortilla.
No, it's not.
Once you ladle the guacamole and the ground beef on the Dorito, you got no place to go.
Exactly. And the love triangle, of course, is liminal.
You're right.
Nobody's really getting together with anybody.
Who's with whom?
Right.
Acis thinks he's with Galatea. Galatea thinks she's with Acis. Polyphemus thinks he's with
Galatea.
Yeah.
Right.
You following the geometry?
Yeah, right, exactly. So every time you pick up a Dorito out of the bag,
that's right.
You ponder its liminality before you devour it.
That's right. It's a nonagon of ennui.
It's a nonagon.
This is really problematic. How about a quick moral lesson? Is there any such thing? And I don't hesitate to ask that question because I believe in some sense, given my commitment to natural law, I think that morality is universal. There can be lots of disagreement about particulars, but everyone has a kind of a sense of this is right, this is wrong.
Yeah.
I would say it's wrong for Polyphemus to skip past paper and scissors and go all rock on Acis immediately.
Right, exactly. Every time he played that game, it was always
rock, rock, rock.
Rock, rock, rock.
So it was easy to beat. What beats rock, by the way?
I think paper covers rock.
Okay, so it would be really easy to beat Polyphemus because that's his only option.
You just play paper every time and he's done.
Yeah, so could he have reasoned with Acis along the lines of, you're a sharp young guy, your bench press is pretty high, right? You're wearing the best clothes.
Yeah.
But I have a lot to offer Galatea.
Right.
Endless cheese, cottage cheese, sour cream.
Yeah, all your dairy needs.
That's right. Miracle Whip.
Yeah, right, exactly. I can't believe it's actually cheese.
Right.
Right.
So why don't you, Acis, take a seat and let me court Galatea?
Right.
Would that have been an okay approach?
That would be an interesting twist. I just don't think the Polyphemus has those powers of logic and reason.
I see.
The moral takeaway from this, and I see it also all throughout Ovid, is this: control your eros. If you don't have your eros in check, like
your passion.
If you don't stay in your lane, it's going to lead to bad things.
Right. So I should scan aloud 10 lines of Ovid, but not push it to 11.
No. Well,
because that may be going too far.
I guess so.
My passion should stop at 10.
Stop at 10, right.
Moderation, as Aristotle would say. Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Made an agon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the moral lesson?
Yeah, I like that.
We can end there?
I think we can.
All right, let's open it up now to questions. So we would like to hear from you all. We're thankful that you've listened so patiently. Ask us any question you would like about the story, about Ovid, about classics. Let's keep Jeff's personal life out of this because that could get quite ugly.
Dave's personal life is fair game, though.
Fair game.
Right. And the sticker offer, is it still?
I'm about to rescind it.
Oh, really?
No, the sticker offer is still good.
All right, come on down.
What's on that sticker, by the way, Jeff? While we're waiting for them to queue up, maybe you can describe it.
It's this wonderful little drawing of Hercules, wrestling with a Nemean lion. And under it in Latin says, Quae nocent docent.
Quae nocent docent.
Roughly, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's correct.
What harms teaches.
Yes.
Yes.
Hablapte didasce.
All right.
We have our first brave volunteer.
So my name is Mateus. I'm from Brother Ice. And we can all agree, like, Polyphemus, he was not having a good day. He got rejected, finally hit somebody with the rock that he threw and turned him into an immortal god. Should we have any pity for Polyphemus?
That is a fantastic question.
Oh, absolutely.
Mateus asks us, should we have pity for Polyphemus?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I think anybody who has been rejected, had a romantic overture rejected.
You're gonna go biographical here?
I think that's most of us, big and small. Absolutely, I think we're meant to feel pity for Polyphemus.
I'm going to take the counterpoint.
Please.
I'm going to say that he's a monster. Monsters deserve to be killed. So no pity for Polyphemus. He's not pitied in the Odyssey, right? Odysseus just runs all over him. So that's a counterpoint.
Okay, all right. So you'd be happy if Acis just blinded him right here and saved Odysseus the trouble.
Well, it would have made the Odyssey less interesting. True. Just a big gap where Book 9 is supposed to be.
That's true.
I do have a little pity for Polyphemus.
Yes, okay.
I do, to be honest. But great question, Mateus.
Yeah, excellent. All right, next, please.
I'm Emily. I'm from Ivywood, and I want to know, since I started reading the Iliad and the Odyssey and the Aeneid, because I can't find one, what do you think the best translations of those are?
Oh, excellent question.
Emily asks an excellent question.
Yes.
So she wants to know Iliad, Odyssey, and Aeneid. Why don't you go first?
If I had my favorites for the Iliad and the Odyssey, I like our friend Stanley Lombardo.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's one of these guys that threads that very difficult needle of staying very close to the Greek,
right?
But also producing something very readable and contemporary. Right? I also like, if you want to go old school, Richmond Lattimore is another one of my favorites.
University of Chicago.
Robert Fagles is great. And for the Aeneid, I have always loved Robert Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm with you 100%. I would add in that I like the Odyssey translation. It's a prose adaptation of a guy named E.V. Rue.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a late 1960s. And some people don't like to read a prose adaptation of poetry, but it's very, very readable.
Yeah.
And I like that. And for Ovid, I like the Mandelbaum
Okay.
Translation of Ovid's Metamorphoses, because I think it's just got a lot of really lovely phrases. But Emily, no doubt, is a serious student of Latin, and maybe of Greek too, so pretty soon she can read it in the original language.
Exactly. We won't have to bother with these,
That's correct.
These translators.
Yeah, great question.
Excellent.
Who's next? We'd love to hear more questions. We promise not to roast you. Jeff promises.
All right.
I'm Nathan. I'm from U of D Jesuit, and I want to know why Polyphemus is always painted as the bad guy. He's just trying to defend his island.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, everyone's just coming in. They're trying to attack him for his stuff.
Yes.
He's just defending.
This is one for you, Jeff.
This
is right down your alley.
You're not going to get any sympathy from Dave on this, but I'm with you, because if any of you have read the Odyssey, you know that one of the kind of the operating principles, moral schematics, is this principle of hospitality in Xenia. Right?
That's right.
Which Odysseus invokes and in many ways expects from Polyphemus. But after having broken into his cave, taken the cheese, taken the sheep, and all of these things, I think that a close reading of Odyssey Book 9 does at least raise that question of who actually is the monster in the scene.
Yeah.
So I am very much with you. I think that's a very perceptive.
So, I'm sorry.
Very perceptive comment. Yeah.
So if you break into someone else's house, steal their cheese, eat their food, poke their eye out,
and then demand hospitality.
Yeah, maybe you're the monster.
Maybe you're the monster.
I see.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Excellent.
I'm JJ from Ivywood Classical Academy, and I was wondering in the Homer, why didn't Athena just give Odysseus a boat?
JJ wants to know why in Homer doesn't Athena give Odysseus a boat? Can I take this one?
Please, take it away. Yep.
All right, so I'm going to cite, if I can remember his name, I think I can, a very famous classical scholar named, I think it's Bernard Knox.
Yes.
I think it's Knox who says, this might be E.R. Dodds, but I think it's Knox who says, if it's not in the story, you're not permitted to speculate it.
That seems unfair.
Well, I mean, it was a great question, JJ, but the idea is, a story, a work of literature, is a finished artistic whole. Mm-hmm. Some of them are better than others. For example, I think that Homer is better than Apollonius of Rhodes, the Jason and the Argonauts.
I'd agree with that.
But still, Jason and the Argonauts, it's a finished story. And so he's put all this effort into crafting it this way. We're not really permitted as the reader to ask a what if or why not in this direction kind of story.
Right.
That kind of question.
Yeah. I would add to that. I see it along the lines, again, if you know the Odyssey, and I'm guessing most of our audience does, at the beginning where Athena comes to Telemachus and it kind of gets him to go off to see Nestor and to see Menelaus to kind of find out more about his background, who his dad was. Our question says, well, why, if she's Athena, why not just say, hey, listen, your dad is 2 islands away.
Right.
He'll be here Thursday.
Right.
And I think the point of that is of course, that, Telemachus has to grow up.
Yes.
And this idea of, to use a little Greek, pathon mathon, it's through suffering that you learn.
Nice.
And so I think it applies to Odysseus as well. Athena doesn't give him the boat because it's the crucible of suffering that gives his life shape and meaning.
Wow. Well said. Right. It makes for a better story, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Better story. It's all for the good of the story. Yes, please.
Hello, I'm Ben. I'm from Ivywood Classical Academy. And my question is, how many times are Cyclops mentioned in this Greek literature? And if so, are they ever portrayed as being good or being defenders in a positive light?
Another great question.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an, what's the word I'm looking for? Econometric question. Remember our friend Anne Mahoney?
Yes.
Who gave us that list of high-frequency words and so forth?
Yes.
The forms you really need to know is the name of the article when you're learning Latin?
Yep.
It's that kind of a question. And unfortunately, I don't have that much calculating power to answer the precise number of times. However, we can give a kind of a general answer.
Right.
So maybe the Cyclopes are mentioned in the Iliad. I don't remember.
As the fashioners of the thunderbolts.
Yes.
Yep.
They're, of course, prominent in Odyssey 9. They are in Jason and the Argonauts, the Argonautica of Apollonius Rhodes. Mm-hmm. They are in the Aeneid, briefly, in book number 3.
Yes.
In Ovid.
They're also mentioned in the background to the Alcestis, where Apollo.
That's right.
Has the Cyclops killed.
Deep cut.
Yeah.
The Euripidean play. Right. We did a couple episodes on that. You're going to want to listen to those.
But to you, the part of your question about are they ever mentioned in a positive light?
Yeah.
I said the closest we get is a kind of this comic portrayal, right? Where they're seen as kind of these lovelorn, kind of hopeless romantics.
Right.
Maybe they're kind of like the gentleman shepherds. They live kind of in harmony with nature, and those are all positive things. But of course, the rug pullout is the fact that they are ugly and awful and monstrous and cannibalistic to some degree. I think that's part of the joke.
The cannibalism is something that kind of is a sticking point for me. That's just something I can't swallow. It kind of sticks in my throat every time.
Gotcha.
I have a lot of sympathy for the Cyclopes until they start eating people. And
gotcha.
Then I'm out, as they say.
Exactly. Fair enough.
But there's probably an opportunity here to write something of one's own, right? An epic that is based on the life of the Cyclopes.
Yes.
There's a perfect opportunity.
It's waiting to happen. I mean, this is we're living in an age of those kind of those retellings of this are all over the place, and some of them are great, some of them not so great.
Like the Jane Austen, Sense and Sensibility and Zombies.
Right, exactly.
It's a very popular mashup.
Right, exactly. Or Louisa May Alcott, Little Women and Composite Piece.
Right? Is there such a thing?
No, there should be.
Oh, you made it up. All right.
All right, who's next?
Hello, I'm Henry from U of D Jesuit. I would like to ask do you guys think that the Cyclops have a specific eye color? And if they do, what do you think it is?
That guy gets 2 stickers.
Right.
That's a good question.
I would say just a deep, inky, dead shark black.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I had AI generate some various Cyclopes, but the slideshow here is not cycling properly. But we can show them afterward.
Can we tell with this guy? No, that's Acis there, right?
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. I think if you gazed into Polyphemus's eye, you'd see depths of resentment.
So in this cartoon that we have on the screen here, what is that?
He's bringing a box of chocolates to Galatea.
He's got kind of baby blue.
He's got kind of you can't say baby blues, but
baby's got a baby blue.
Baby's got blue eye.
Right, exactly. Well, there's my dead eye shark guy.
And that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. All thanks to AI.
Yeah. Do you ask the question? When you picture the Cyclops, do you have like an eye? Oh, I see it as a.
Usually like a blood red.
Blood red.
I was thinking
bloodshot. Yeah.
Because I suppose if you're eating people, it might affect your circulatory system.
Exactly. Excellent question. Thank you very much.
Very nice, Henry.
Who's next?
My name is Sachin. I am an 8th grader at Detroit Country Day Middle School. I need you guys to really
hear me out on this one.
All right. Shall I start my stopwatch? Ready, go.
Polyphemus is just a way bigger version and a less socially accepted version of Mike Wazowski. Hear me out. Okay. They are both shunned away from society at the beginning of their lives.
Okay.
And then Mike Wazowski finds Uzma Kappa, and he becomes best friends with Sully. So Polyphemus just needs to find his Sully, and then he will be socially accepted.
Interesting.
That's my take.
I love it. You know, he's already writing the book you were just describing.
Yeah, he is.
That's right. That's awesome.
I think that is one of the best questions. The eye color question was a real winner too, but I would probably just push back a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
Only in this tiny little. I can tell already. You think I'm going to be uncharitable to this poor kid? No. I think he's just got it the other way around.
Okay.
Wazowski is obviously a take on Polyphemus, right?
He's
Is that what he said?
green creature.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Who's this young creature?
Hi, I'm Sophia from Trinitas Classical High School. I would like to know, how can we learn to scan dactylic hexameter as fluently as you did?
Okay.
How can they learn to scan dactylic hexameter?
You're the master.
Okay. Well, I have a simple three-part process, three-step process. First, you need to practice. So after someone has taught you how to do it, you need to practice. Second, you ready? You need to practice.
Okay.
And the third one is when you've done all of the practice
of
steps 1 and steps 2, you need to
practice more.
You need to practice. Yeah. But it's remarkably simple. There are other meters like the Cretic, long, short, long. That's hard. The choric meters and the lyric meters of some of the Greek tragedians. I struggle with that a lot.
Yeah.
But dactylic hexameter, it's really simple once you learn it.
And it's really fun. Like once you just kind of get into the groove.
That's right.
It is a pleasure in and of itself.
Yeah. And Jeff will provide the beatbox for you.
Absolutely.
Because we used to do that some.
Yeah, just text me. Yeah.
Next, this is Mariah, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you think we can justify Odysseus killing all the suitors, trying to take his place as king?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's so easy. We did an episode on this, right? Come for the wine, stay for the retributive justice.
Right, exactly. So, but you having said that, I can push back on that.
I'm sure you can.
Right, exactly. So I think Homer intends for us to read that scene against the Cyclops cave, and how you read the Cyclops cave episode will determine how you see the suitors there. And so
you sound like an academic.
So we see Odysseus and his band of allies trapping the suitors in the roundhouse, which I think is a doublet of the Cyclops cave.
Nice.
And so if we justified Odysseus doing what he does to the Cyclops, can we justify what he does to the suitors? And again, it's that the principle of xenia, of hospitality, right? Of killing not only kind of the elite flower of masculine youth on your island, but of your neighboring islands. Is this a smart move?
Right, but they're trying to steal his wife. They bully his son. They eat all his bacon.
Right, they do. The bacon part.
It's one pig after another.
That's right.
There are 116 of them who've been living in his home for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, but you're opening up a Pandora's box. I mean, even at the end, after all the suitors are slaughtered,
right?
He gets his dad involved, and they're ready to get a strap in the armor. Well, I guess we got to go kill some more people before Athena finally comes down and says, "Enough! This story's over."
Yeah.
Right? So I like that question because it's a lot more complicated than I think a lot of people give it credit for.
All right, good question, Mariah. Maybe I don't know. We need to watch the clock here. Do we need to watch the clock, Liz? Or maybe the last question. Is this Athena? I can't tell who this is.
Yeah. Who are you dressed as?
I just decided to put on a toga. It's fine.
Oh, it's great. Nice work.
What is your...
You tell us your name and your school, please.
Elisa Katharina Friesen from Ivywood Classical Academy.
Wonderful.
What is your favorite god or deity, and why is that?
Jeff, I'd like you to go first.
Sure. Mine is it's a dead heat between Athena and Hermes. But as I'm sitting here, I think I'm going to go with Hermes. Just because he's what are you giving me that look for?
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
I got to think of a new one.
So
now.
yeah, Hermes. I mean, he's funny. He's quick with a joke.
Yeah.
He finds his way into all kinds of stories, and so we get a more three-dimensional picture of who he is, and he can just kind of diffuse any serious situation by making people laugh, and I love that.
Yeah. I was going to say Hermes also because he's the patron god of thieves. And most people don't understand that just because you're breaking the law seriously in one area doesn't mean you're not quite religious in another area, right? So if you're a thief, when you go to burglarize someone's home to steal their Toyota, right, or sneak some donuts out of the pantry, it's not like you immediately become totally irreligious, right? You still have prayers. You say things like, Hermes, allow there to be no German shepherds, or may their teeth be dull, or something like that. Yeah. And so I like Hermes because he takes care of thieves. And I find that a really interesting insight on human nature, that even the morally debased are deeply religious, and they pray to Hermes. Right. I don't know if he answers.
No, but I think there's also something about that, not just these, but if you can do it cleverly, right? If you can kind of raise the bar, if you can pull off the grand heist, we're not talking about smashing your fist through a vending machine. No. We're talking about using metis, using cleverness to get things done. I think that's where Hermes tips the cap.
Yeah, and as a kid, remember, he stole Apollo's cattle, forced them to walk backward into a cave.
On his first day of existence.
On his first day of life, and then he snuck back into his crib, pulled the blankets up under his nosy, and said, I'm just an innocent baby.
That's right, exactly.
So that's kind of funny.
It is.
Yeah.
Hey, a great question to end.
Great question. So let's you and I give some applause to our audience. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much. We really enjoyed this.
All right, Dave, that about wraps it up.
Yes.
We got to get out of here, but not before we take a little bit of time for some business.
Absolutely.
And our listeners should know that one of our great sponsors here is Ratio Coffee.
Absolutely.
So this morning, before I left for bright and early for Lansing, Michigan, I pushed the button and my Ratio 8 delivered me the best cup of coffee I've had yet.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I'd like to read a little bit from Tom's guide.
Yeah.
Do you know Tom?
I don't know. I know some Toms.
I don't know Tom.
I don't know this guy or his guide. Yeah.
This maybe is the fellow that lives in Australia and lives rent-free in my head.
Oh, that guy.
It's not that Tom.
Okay.
But this is from tomsguide.com, who reviewed the Ratio 4.
Yeah.
The headline is, Goes Where Few Coffee Machines Have Gone Before. So it's like the USS Enterprise of coffee machines.
There we go.
I guess. The Ratio 4 review, it says, it'll excite even the most fastidious coffee shop hipster. Is that you, Winkle?
That's
a fastidious coffee shop hipster?
I only aspire to be such, yes.
Okay, so this was from January 16, 2026. And, says Tom's Guide, the Ratio 4 is one of the best coffee makers I've ever tested. Actually, no. For me personally, it's the best.
Wow.
I am one of those people who loves pour-over, but find it quite laborious to make more than one a day. The Ratio 4 isn't a drip machine in the same way a Mocha Master is a drip machine. It's an automated pour-over. With an automatic bloom and hands-free brewing, the Ratio 4 makes coffee like a V60, a Kalita Wave, or a Chemex, all of which are meaningless words to me.
But it sounds like Tom knows what he's talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without any of the hard work, says Tom. I can press start, go back to my desk, work for 5 minutes, and after checking a few emails, my coffee is finished.
Yeah.
It's the perfect solution to my everlasting I want coffee and I want it now dilemma.
Huh.
If you're reading this and nodding along, you'll definitely want to keep reading this Ratio 4 review.
That's fantastic.
So that's from Tom's Guide.
That's great. Excellent. So listener, if you want one of these machines, if you want the 4, kind of the smaller desktop novel, if you want the mid-range, you want the 6, you want the flagship, you want the 8, do yourself a favor, go to ratiocoffee.com/ad nauseum. Don't forget the V there. And Dave, if they do so, they can put in a coupon code.
Yes, the coupon code is ANRATIO, ANRATIO 2026, the current year. This will get you $20 off any machine. When we're talking about the 4, that's approaching 10%.
Yeah.
So these are not cheap machines, but for an important part of your daily ritual, why would you want to skimp?
Exactly. So don't take our word for it. Take Tom's word for it.
Absolutely. This episode is also brought to you by our good friend Della Chelpka. Jeff, are you ready for art that truly speaks to your story?
You know I am, always.
So meet Della, a Tucson-based oil painter who captures the people, places, and moments you cherish. You cherish some people?
Lots of people.
You cherish some places?
Yep.
How about moments?
I have lots of cherished moments,
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
She captures them with breathtaking detail. Where has she showcased her work?
She's illustrated children's books,
That's
I believe.
right.
She's had it placed in galleries around
That's right.
Tucson and elsewhere. She's
commissioned for standout projects.
Yes. Yeah.
Where can they see her current works?
Well, they can go to dellachelpka.art, right? And Chelpka is CHELPKA.
That's correct.
.art. and they can look through her amazing gallery. And if you want to purchase one of these pieces, if you type in this coupon code, Apelles,
Apelles.
Yes.
The famous painter of antiquity.
That's right. They'll get 10% off their entire order.
You want to check that out.
And this episode is also brought to you by Hackett Publishing. These guys have been with us, our humble little podcast, since the very beginning. They took a chance, and they're still taking a chance on us. They're one of these wonderful companies based in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and Indianapolis, Indiana, that are keeping the torch alive, and they are helping people around the world take in the classics and keep them down at an affordable price and in an attractive package. Dave, what do you like about Hackett?
Well, it's a question of what don't I like, which is pretty much nothing.
Yes.
So they have the new Aristotle collected works. Don't forget to send in to win a free copy. They also have translations in multiple forms of Ovid, of Homer, of Virgil, so covering all of the epicists, Apollonius of Rhodes. Mm-hmm. But it's very affordable, so you can build a high-quality library without breaking the bank.
That's very true. So do yourself a favor again. Go to hackettpublishing.com. That's Hackett publishing.com. Look through their amazing catalog. Find the books that you want. Drop them into the grocery satchel there. And if you type in this coupon code, AN2026, it's AN as an ad nauseum plus the current year. Dave, 2 great things on the other side of that.
Actually, 3, Jeff.
3.
I hate to correct you.
Yes.
20% off.
Yeah.
Free shipping.
Yeah.
And
they can support this podcast.
Exactly.
Yes.
Check
it out.
Thank you so much. Check that out. Well, we got to get out of here.
We do. Yep. What a great time at MJCL.
That was so much fun. But if you want to extend your Greek and Latin study, go to latinperdiem.com. Check out my Greek programs for the Moss Method, my Latin programs using the LLPSI, that is the Orberg textbook. And if you use this coupon code 10+10PLUS, you will receive 10% off anything on the site.
As always, Dave, big thanks to our wonderful engineer, Mishka, and also big thanks to our wonderful hosts in Lansing.
That's right.
One more time.
Liz Brady and Brandon Cowley, I think, classics professor there at Michigan State. Those folks really welcomed us warmly.
It was really, really great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a big thanks, shout out to them as well. Thanks to Jeff Sheets. He's the great guitarist whose music you hear at particular points in the episode, right?
The beginning, the end, and the bumper music for the ads. And Mishka had some big challenges to put this one together with the different audio files to arrange and so forth.
Yeah, not easy.
We're very grateful for her work there.
Yes. And Dave, next up on the podcast, episode 210, our loyal listeners will know that you guys only did one half of Aristophanes' Clouds.
Right.
Where's part 2? Well, that's coming up.
That's right. Going to finish that off.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, Dave. If people want to get in touch with us, can they do that?
They can.
Yeah.
I can't think of why they would want to.
Right, but if they wanted to, yes.
Jeff at adnauseum.com. Jeff at adnauseum. Don't forget the V in there. Send him congratulations. Send him comments, ideas for episodes. Mm-hmm. I think we have handled most of the ideas and topics that have been submitted. Maybe missed a couple, but 210 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty satisfied with what we've done so far.
Excellent. And you can direct those same kind of inquiries to Dave at adnauseum.com. Don't forget that V. And Dave, I believe you have our gustatory parting shot.
That's correct. And this one comes from a man named Oliver Sacks, and it's from a work called Oaxaca Journal.
Okay.
So Oaxaca is a province in Mexico.
That's right.
And I think it is one of the more interesting of the provinces from what I understand. That it's very lush and verdant. And people go there, this is my understanding, for a kind of ecotourism, specifically for finding ferns.
Really?
Have you ever heard about ferning?
No, I've never heard about ferning.
I haven't either. But apparently ferning, tracking down, drawing, cataloging unusual species of ferns is quite the hobby for some.
I never knew.
I don't see myself taking it up.
You're not going to get into ferning?
Probably not.
Right.
But this is what Oliver Sacks says, quote, having ferned for an hour, we take a break for our lunch, and I eat, unwisely, quite an enormous meal. So big intake and ferning don't go together.
I guess not.
Who would have known?
Who would have known? Thanks for listening.
Thanks.